There you go. Just go. So we're just about probably a half mile past the last resort. See those tulip weeds to the left?
Yeah.
That means there's water. So must be a creek down there.
Sunset.
Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. This is where, in their part of they control this area. Camp Wooten, 8 miles.
Camp Wooten.
So this is like, there's an area here. If you look at maps, so here's what's this? Turkey? That's turkey. It's a female turkey. No, it's a pheasant. That's a pheasant.
That's a pheasant. Yeah.
There's an area called the Camp Wooten something else, like more like the management area, or like an office or something. That might have been back there. So maps can kind of mess you up a little bit as to where Camp Wooten is. But Camp Wooten has 3 different areas actually that are different. One's the camp, one's the something else, and one's the office.
The camp's up here in 8 miles.
Yeah, the camp's a ways away. What I want to mark though is there's a bathroom right here.
Okay. Bathroom
is where the campgrounds are, right? So there's what's this?
Another bathroom.
You have a bathroom. And
you can camp down there.
So there's a campground. Now it's not on the water, right? So
no. There could be a creek down there, but
the river is over there. I think we're to our right.
No, I think it's to the left. And there's another campground.
I think there's what I'm saying is, having your campground on the water is nice. If you can have a campground on the water, that's the best.
That's what we want to do too.
And that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have the water. Now they've made some crappy campgrounds up here over the years where you're not even by the water at all. It's retarded.
I know. I wouldn't want to really camp if there was no water.
There. Nobody wants to camp up there. You know, if you have to, but you don't want to.
Yeah, you want to be next to the water.
Which is why getting here on a Sunday or a Monday or something like that is way better than going up Friday night. You're not going to get a spot. Here's like an open. Oh, this is Blue Lake. So here's Blue Lake right here. You can catch tons of fish in that thing.
Oh, we fished in there before.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a fishing limit though, right?
And actually, I think Spring Lake. We passed Spring Lake already. It was back there somewhere.
I remember there was one lake where the fishing limit was 5, and we all got there. We all caught 5 fish.
So that was Blue Lake. Blue Lake's the second lake, so we already passed one. Rainbow's coming up on the left. Spring Lake is the first one. I think it might have been on the left. We didn't see it. Oh, Rainbow Lake's down there. So Rainbow Lake has tons of fish too.
There's probably some camping down there.
I don't think so.
No.
It's just a lake. And there's a little fish hatchery there.
Falling Rock.
So notice we're on the right side of the river.
Yeah.
Right? The river's on our left. That changes eventually.
Okay, so we're going to go over
it. It can get you kind of backwards sometimes because you kind of use that as a guide, but it changes.
There's a rock.
guys go camping, you have to understand some things, like things you have to bring. You know, you have to bring plenty of water, not just like jugs of water. You have to bring stuff for your car, like jumper cables, the tire inflators, that kind of thing, because you can get flat tires there in the gravel and rocks and stuff.
Yeah. I do have that spare tire in there too.
Yeah, and a lot of the times those things are not inflated because they haven't been looked at in 5 years. You know.
Yeah.
Other types of things you need to bring are like medicines. You need to bring like Benadryl just in case somebody has an allergic reaction. I heard.
Probably some bug spray.
You need to bring ibuprofen and Tylenol. And yeah, bug spray. You need to bring
probably one of those water filters, maybe, if you want one.
Maybe some filter, yeah, but at least fresh water. You just never know when a car is going to break down or whatever.
Yeah, like at the Lostine.
Then there's nobody, like the Lostine, there's nobody to help you out here, and you don't have any cell service, so you have to be ready just in case.
Yeah, that was brutal, chemo. Like our truck and Uncle Tim's truck both kind of broke down at the top. You have to go like 13 miles up the mountain to get to the Lostine, and both the trucks broke down up there. We had to like wave down this car to go down and call someone for us.
So Tim and I are driving up to the Lostine, which is it's already a 3.5 hour drive just to the bottom. We have to drive 17 miles up to the top where we camp. It's super cool. These campgrounds off to the right, terrible, just terrible.
I know they look terrible.
You're in the middle of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? They created these campgrounds where nobody wants to be. There's no water, there's no trees, nothing. So those are the kind of areas you want to avoid if you can. Now, if you're going for 3 days and you can't find anything else, you can stop there for 1 day and then say,
go look somewhere else.
We're going to wait for somebody to leave. We're going to take their spot, right? But we went up there, and so we get up there, and Tim is driving my dad's truck with
his trailer,
the camper on it.
The camper.
And he starts pulling into the camp spot, and the belt blows off. You have a belt that drives all the stuff in the front of your truck, in front of your engine, and it flies off. That truck doesn't work anymore. You can slow down a little bit if you want to. So we're like, that sucks. Then I go to start. I stopped. And we're like pissed that his truck. There's a lake right here too. This is I want to say Big Four.
Big Four.
There's a fly fishing lake called Big Four. Yeah. So,
can you see over there? Oh, there's a river.
That's the Tucannon River there. And then so we're kind of pissed off, and gosh, that sucks. Like we have a belt going in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. We still have my truck. I go to start my truck won't start. So Tim and I are the 17 miles from anyone. We have no service. Nobody knows anything about us. I'm pulling my trailer, and my truck won't start. And I'm not in a camp spot. I'm in the middle of a road, but off the road. Like if we turn right here and there's a camp spot in there, I was in the middle of the road. So we were for the next 2 days. Tim and I were stuck there. Like no one. Luckily, Kelly and Lily were coming up, and 2 days later, Tim and I were just whatever. What can you do? So there's nothing there here.
At least we got everything in their spot.
Yeah. Okay, now we need to start looking for camping spots.
Okay.
We're getting to the point where we got to start looking. Past a certain point.
If you want me to turn into somewhere too, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that too. Past a certain point, it becomes national wildlife land.
And you can't.
No, it's good. Where you don't. So here's a camp spot.
Should I go in here?
No, they're already there. You don't.
Well, I didn't know if there was more all the way down.
So you could camp there, and that's not the worst spot there. Like you're not on the
There's
water.
water down over there.
Yeah, you're not on the water, but at least you're close enough. So you could get a spot there. If you're.
Yeah.
It's nicer to get a spot on your own. But slow down. Ooh, no, never mind. There's some spots way down to the left, and I don't know if they've cut them off now. There's places like that down to the left, and then there's the water right there where we would camp, you know.
Yeah.
Turn my camera a little more to the left.
That or more.
Yeah, that's good. So now we're hitting up to gravel yet.
Oh, yeah, that's there.
Must be for drainage or something. There's crawdads up here too in the river. Just like there is in the Columbia. You gotta lift the rocks and stuff though. It's not like you're going to the snake thing. You gotta lift the rocks. You can catch crawdads and eat them up here.
Perfect.
What do you got here? You got so Discover Pass required there. Stupid campground. We're in the middle of nowhere where you're getting beat by the sun. So you don't want to camp there unless you have to, right?
Yeah.
That's not where you want to go. And you got to have a Discover Pass, which means you got to pay more. Eventually, we get to a point where there's no Discover Pass because you're in the national forest. Eventually.
Ooh, down there. Look.
There's a camp spot down there.
I don't know how to. Oh, right there.
That's decent there. Well,
Okay.
I don't know what number that is, but right there is a camp spot.
I can go take a look at it.
Yeah, when we come back.
Gotta try to remember it. But that looked decent.
Yeah. Even though they have all those concrete blocks were never there before. It's all new stuff. They're trying to keep you off of certain areas because of the
Indians.
crazy people.
Yeah. What's this up here? This to a campground?
Go in there. Into the lake. So it's a hatchery.
Discover Pass.
Okay. Park.
There's a bathroom right there if anyone needs to
I'm
go.
gonna go to the bathroom.
Alright.
Yeah, in a minute. I'll fix this. It's what I made. Turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Get out and smell the fresh air. How much different it is. The mountain air is way different. Different feeling, different smelling than down.
Oh, yeah. You got the key?
Curl Lake right there. That's Curl Lake.
Curl Lake.
It's the last lake.
You think there's any fish in there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's not a fishing lake. I think that's the last lake.
Oh.
The campgrounds, gravel road starts up here pretty soon.
There's more camping up here?
The actual camping starts up here.
Oh, okay.
This is where the camping we want to do starts up here somewhere. When the gravel starts, it'll slow you down. We gotta start slowing down because we can not miss stuff.
Okay.
This is once you get to not right now. Once you get to the gravel, that's when you want to start slowing down and saying, "Okay, where's the spot?" That you know what?
I don't know.
Turn around. Let's go look. Could be nothing. There's nobody coming. Just do a 360 and back up. It might be nothing. It might just be like something because of the lake. But
All right.
no overnight camping parking. Just go ahead and go in there. Just see what it is. Might just be an area to get to the river, just to hang out. There's the river. I guarantee you, back in the day, these were camping spots.
Yeah.
When we were kids.
I mean, if it was like cleaned out right there, it'd be a great spot.
Well, it probably was at some point. It's just overgrown now. So go ahead and take that loop.
Yep.
Either way, it'll work. This is just after Curl Lake. That's the Tucannon River. Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
You know, you can float that. You can
Yeah.
go. That's how we used to take when we were kids. That's how we used to take our showers. We would take our baths and showers in the river. Those rivers are pretty clean. They're coming from
The glaciers, right?
they're coming from mountain springs.
Oh.
I mean, sure, there's dirt in there, but it's not like dirty. You know what I mean? Dirt itself is not dirty. You know what I mean? It's just rocks.
Yeah. Actually clean stuff.
It's dirty is like stuff from people, really. We get our biodegradable soap and take our baths in the water. Guard station. So Tucannon guard station, right here.
Oh, yeah, there's some people.
Yep. So probably can camp there if you had to. There's a bathroom up there.
There's a campground right here.
Campground up there. So what's this? What number? See if that's the number on it. Slow down.
Tucannon guard station.
Slow down though. See what it says. It's two.
That's nice if it was no one.
It's number 5. That's number 5.
Okay.
I don't like being that close to the road, but it's a good campground. You know what I mean? It's a good campground, number 5.
what that is.
I know.
You see all that kind of like fog coming off the ground?
No, I missed it.
Actually,
It'll
the
go through.
Mountain Dew is campground 8 up there to the right. There's a campground up in the hill there.
Is there water up there?
No, that's why I wouldn't want to camp there. No point.
Stupid.
I mean, don't be wrong. You can camp anywhere. You don't. There's a lot of places I've camped where there's no water. But if you have water, you want to camp by the water if you can.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a river right there. You might as well
there's
camp
a
on that
You wanna
river.
Camp by the river. And unfortunately, they've tried to make it so people can't camp by the river.
What does it say? Camp Wooten Retreat Center.
So there's the Camp Wooten right there.
Yeah, see all this fog?
Yeah.
Now the gravel starts. You can go.
I'm gonna go like 30.
Go 30 in there, yeah.
That was pothole.
If you see a turn off or a sign, just slow down and we'll look at it.
Alright.
You can go 30 there. You can always turn your seat heater on too tomorrow.
You want your seat heater on? Yeah?
It's nice to have fresh air and heat in your body.
Should be down here.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. Yeah. This is why you take. This is why you take trucks to these kind of places, but we're not camping, so we're just driving.
Yeah.
Are we all gonna go up in Dom's truck?
I mean, it depends how much stuff we need.
You're probably better off driving 2 cars,
Yeah, I was thinking that.
like having him carry most of the stuff, and you can drive your car. You can just let it happen a little bit too. You know.
Yeah, but I can avoid some of them.
It's
You're
a
gonna
nice little car wash.
you're gonna have to.
It's getting it dirty, actually.
I don't care about getting dirty, and I don't care about the bumps either. You're gonna have to handle it.
Yeah.
Deal with it. But the river's cool. Look at the river.
Look, that's Camp Wooten.
Yep, that's where you guys stayed.
Yeah, that's where we went to the summer camp. There's the girls' cabins, I think.
Going out in the middle of when it's hot out and sitting on a log and fishing or
That'll be cool,
swimming
huh?
and stuff. You know, fun.
I wish they had like a little swimming kind of pond, because we couldn't swim in there. They had like a fishing pond, like they were in the kayaks and stuff.
Yeah, swimming's more those lakes. You don't want to swim in those lakes. They get pretty algaecide and stuff. You want to be in the river.
Yeah.
When it's hot, when it gets hot out, you want to go in the river.
What's this? Is it a map? What is that?
Restoring the floodplains of the Tucannon. Okay, it's just a restoration project. All good. What it is. I knew this would be.
So you said the river's gonna end up being on the right?
Yeah, right now it's on the left. You're gonna cross a bridge eventually. It'll be on the right.
Okay.
There'll be another river called the Panjab.
The Panjab?
Panjab will be split off basically where the bridge is It's just smaller tires, so that makes it a little worse because the tires are smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Panjab, Gladman.
All right, so here's the bridge.
Here's the bridge. We're crossing the river. So never go to the right there. Back to your right. Look, there's a road.
Okay.
Never go up there.
Oh, hopefully this pedal isn't too deep.
So Panjab River is to our right. This little river here, and the other one is that's the Panjab, I think.
The Panjab.
Panjab. Campground up here. Tim and I saw. There was like a little area where there was a structure, a cover.
Yeah.
And then you had to kind of go. You see that dust in the air there?
Yeah.
Somebody's in front of us. Somebody's up there. Where there was a place you could. So we're crossing Tucannon right here. We're going to the other side of Tucannon. It was kind of a cool campground because there was you're kind of in your own little area. You're on almost like an island.
Yeah.
It's weird. Let's see. No, I'm wrong. You're right. It's just the water steaming up.
That's just the dew, huh?
Yeah. I think. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I don't even think I'm kicking up any dust.
Huh?
I'm not kicking up any dust, so.
Uppity dust?
I'm not kicking up any dust, I don't think, so. There's no dust to
I thought
kick
you said
up.
uppity dust.
Uppity dust.
High class dust or what?
Uppity dust.
Uppity dust. So Tucannon it's out in the wilderness, you know. It's not. Slow down. That's private property, must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's someone's house up here, maybe. That's a bathroom. Oh, there's something right there. There's something to the left.
Yeah, I think it was maybe on that last property. So you can see, you never want to come up here and start at night.
Yeah.
It's just if you do this in the dark, driving is no problem. It's getting into a camp spot. You don't want to do that at night.
Yeah, exactly.
You always want to get started during the day, where you have tons of sunlight to get your camp set up and stuff.
That probably was a spot right there.
That was the campground before. Yeah, they put concrete blocks there to stop it. This all comes from the west side. Trying to control our shit. So this place up to the left here, we camped there one time.
Is it cool?
Well,
Should I go check it out?
go left. Let's check it out. This is the big campground to the right. An open campground with. It's not a bad place.
Spot right there.
It's not bad. There's the river's right down there to the right. It's not the worst. We camped up here. Me and Dick and Dad and them. Well, probably the last time I was here, really. We camped down off to the right here a ways.
One-way road.
One time, me and Mom and Rich and Crystal, a long time ago, we parked up here where it ends, and we hiked in about 2 miles and camped with tents on our back.
That's pretty cool. You guys go to like our little river?
It was this river was here. Yeah.
Entering burned area. Stay on route.
Trying to think where our camp spot was there. It wasn't that far up there, but it was a little ways. It was probably this one right here. Yeah, go down. So we camped right in there.
Right in here?
Put the camera down to the right. Look down to the right, so they can see. So we camped down there. Yeah, that was where we camped. Right there.
Water's over there.
My dad parked in there. I think, pretty sure.
It's pretty neat.
It's a good campground there. You got picnic tables. You got
Yeah, right next to we're right next to the water.
Right next to the water. You're far enough from the road where you're not.
Okay, so that's a good spot right there.
Yeah, that's a spot. One of those things, you may get up here on a Sunday and wait it out, and maybe Monday you get your spot. It kind of sucks nowadays.
Yeah. Should I turn us around?
When we get a spot to turn around. There's probably another campground or so, but then it stops. It basically stops you from driving, I think, eventually.
Alrighty.
Campgrounds you can make, even if you did it every half mile,
I don't understand why there's not more. It's just weird.
They're idiots. They want nobody to come out in the wilderness and enjoy our country.
Or should I just turn around right there? It's okay, I'll keep going.
You can turn around wherever you want. It's all good. The grass too is all good. Turn around and there's a ferry right here.
Perfect.
Yeah. There's somebody up there.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm gonna take a pee.
Me too. Be right back.
There could be another campground out there. I don't know.
No, there could be.
So
I
just-
did like that other one down
So
there.
just yeah, that's where we stayed.
And that was a good spot.
Me and Dick, yeah, it was a nice spot. It was, you know, it's probably a pretty prime campground, so you're gonna have a hard time getting that
Oh yeah.
unless you're on like a Monday or a Sunday night or something. Now you can see why coming out here all this way, all the time and effort, you don't want to come out here for one night or two, even 2 nights is pretty tough too. 2 nights maybe.
Yeah.
You want to come out here and spend some time because you're putting all the effort and
Into coming out here and
getting all your stuff, getting your food, getting all your stuff, and you got to set up camp and stuff. It doesn't take no time. It takes time,
Yeah.
and it makes you realize it's not worth it when you have to put everything away.
Yeah.
You're like, that was for one night. I did all this. No, you want to do it for 3 nights or something, and make a plan. You know, we're gonna go for a hike this day. We're gonna go fish this day. We're gonna get in the water this day. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. That's that spot right there, Kimo.
It's a good. Yeah, it is a good spot. Obviously,
Right on the
it's not
river.
going to be that wet in the summertime. You're not going to have all that water there. It's going to be all dry. You have an area for throwing bags in there.
Oh yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah. You're going to have to go make a bathroom site for the girls, make a bathroom site for the boys. You know what I mean, Lan?
No.
Well, people got to poop, dude.
No.
If you're out, if there's no toilet. You can drive to a toilet. You don't know about that.
Yeah.
If you're tent camping, you got to have something.
There's a bathroom right down there.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go drive.
Yeah, you
to
go
it.
get. We'll bring toilet paper.
Mhm.
As long as you got toilet paper, you should be all good. Just go pop a squat.
Those campsites are doable. And the Panjab is right over there, I think. Panjab River is over there.
There's another one up here, it looks like.
There's the open campground where people, usually ATVers, camp there. They camp there and they have their ATVs. You can camp there too. It's not the worst. It's not the worst, but it's a big old open area where you can camp, and
Well, that's not too
it
bad.
says Campground 11, and it's usually tons of people in there and everybody hanging out. You know.
Yeah. Well, there's something up, yeah.
So starting up here is where we used to camp when you guys were kids. Off to the left with where the river is. So here,
Should I go in here?
yeah. So this is a Panjab campground. Don't mess with these people. Just just go park in here and look a little bit, and we'll back out.
Park right over here.
Just go around the campground. So this is called Panjab campground.
We'll go like around this way or what?
Yeah, just go around. I think we camped here one time. Me and Tim and John and
And the river's right
the
down
other
here.
guys. Yeah, river's right down there. Watch out for rock. There's big rocks.
I didn't know your car was meant for off-roading, Dad.
Yep, it is. So that's a good one. It's a good. The Panjab's not bad. You're not on the water, but you can walk to the water.
Yeah.
And there's a bathroom. And I think it's the first campground that's in the national forest where you don't have to have a discovery pass. So before that, you really can't camp unless you have a discovery pass, which costs like
Even that place up there?
before that, yeah, it's $30-40 to have a discovery pass, which I don't have a problem with. It's one time for the whole summer.
bikes.
No,
Or-
bicycles. Our freaking BMXs. Our BMX bikes.
How long would that take you guys?
Hours and hours, all day long. We loved it though. They'd bring our fishing pole maybe and fish. And
Yeah.
go to the store and get some candy. So down here, this may not be now, but I'm pretty sure this down here used to be a campground at some point.
Well, it looks like it's pretty flat down there.
Yeah, they've messed it up and turned it into nothing.
This campground.
Turn in here, yeah. This is nice. There's no numbers here, but what do you got here? Blow around the fireplace. New car.
Someone's been using it.
So you could camp here.
Let's go over here.
Yeah, you could camp here if you had to. You know, that's pretty nice.
Is that the river right over there?
Yeah, wanna go look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Stop my camera.